Alright guys, I'm coming a little late. I am finally on the mic though. It has been a minute. Let me make sure my TV volume is down so you're not catching any feedback from that. So you got Who Is It Willix here streaming. We got our first league scrim. It's just an official scrim, like a dress rehearsal essentially. Over here on blue team, we're going to have O.P.E Esports, also known as Office Party Esports, captained by Ruth from HR, owned by Sky DK. They are one of our franchises. And then over on red team, we are going to have H.E.O, or High Energy Only, captained by Renown. They are an independent captain, so it is not a franchise team. And this is going to be our first official league scrim, as I said, essentially a dress rehearsal. Teams can only use the rosters they have at their disposal. Yeah, so essentially a really good practice match, something to get everybody warmed up. Pause right off the bat. Well, okay. That actually gives me a little bit of time to try to get into this, I'm guessing. So, why is it so quiet? Let's find out why I had to pause so soon. No DCs. I'm just going to go into introductions real quick, guys. So, for Office Party Esports, O.P.E, we're going to have Frank from IT, jungling on a Willix. We are going to have... I'm going to have to put this all together. We're going to have Foxy Ostrich on the Jormungandr solo. You're going to have Dios Lalo with our mid Vulcan. That's actually really interesting. I didn't really want to go into like picks right off the bat, but mage mids are a little bit questionable. Then we go over to ADC. We're gonna have Bloodspit 707 on Medusa, and we're gonna have Hush Patch on Geb, and that's gonna be your ADC support, your duo lane. Geb already rotated in the mid though, so it's really not even your duo lane. It's just gonna be is it Bloodspit over there by himself right now, and it looks like he's actually winning his lane a little bit with some pressure. And we're gonna go over introductions for red team now. We're gonna have Renowned Slays, who is the team captain. He's going to be repping the Susano in jungle. Kind of a, dare I say, almost an expected pick from a lot of like mechanical or high skill tiered players. Some people might refute that a little bit, but I feel like Susano is kind of one of the go-to gods. Especially when you think you got it, regardless of whether you do or not. That's usually where people go. We're going to see their solo laner is going to be King of Grim. The big boy over here with the Achilles playing into Jormungandr. I'm a big fan of this matchup. I think overall he's struggling a little bit right now, but he'll turn it around and probably end up winning lane. So I'm gonna give Grim this big nod to him. We're gonna go over to mid lane now for red team, and we got Q-Rocks with Merlin mid. I'm not gonna knock it. But again, I'm not a big fan of mages in mid right now. We'll see how it turns out. You know, because he's facing a mage in mid, so I guess it's a little bit more evened out. We'll see. Do like the Merlin a bit more than I do than the Vulcan. Honestly, a little bit, like a lot more. I guess the Vulcan and Geb are supposed to pair with the Willix. Maybe that's what they're looking for, but that's kind of a stretch. We're going over their ADC now. We're going to see Kano. Another big name for the team. I actually thought he was going to be playing solo, so it's a kind of a surprise. I guess they had to move the roster around a little bit to adjust. He's over here with Jingwei.
Away we go.
I'm not a fan of the Jingwei pick, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, Slice It, I guess her late game is really what you're relying on here, but I just feel there's so many better hunters, or ADCs, whatever you want to call them. I didn't actually pay attention to picks and bans. That is on me. I am so sorry about that, guys. But regardless, I just feel like there's so... I would have taken somebody. I probably would have taken Cupid over Jingwei, but that's just me. And last but not least is going to be their support, H.E.O. H.E.O. I hope to God I'm saying that right. And they're going to be on... Kefri. Oh, I missed Grim's first blood and solo lane on the Yorm. But H.E.O, as I was saying, is going to be repping the Kefri support. Dude, this is going to be maybe a death to Vulcan. He just barely gets out. Merlin's unable to pick him up either. Close, but no cigar. Oh, I just barely got Frank picking up H.E.O there, Kefri. Yeah, Kefri pick, not a big fan of that either. I guess if you can really land some of those ults in some key situations, that's going to be clutch. But outside of that, it's kind of more of a niche pick for me. I'm not the biggest fan of the Kefri pick. So we'll see how they turn this out. Vault Cody says Jing is really good. I just personally not a fan of Jing Wei. I have a little bit of a reputation sometimes of going against the meta. I'm not a big fan of Jing Wei. I actually love the character and love the skin packs. Like I said, it's more of a personal preference. I do like the Medusa a bit more overall into the play, but we'll see. So we're about the 5-minute mark right now. Let's take a look at player damage. Oh, Grim, obviously your two solo laners leading. Interesting that we have Vulcan and Medusa ahead right here. Grim picking up another kill on Yorm. There is a gank from Susano. So a Willix and Geb kind of down there. We see Jing Wei, late game god though, kind of expect her to be towards the back, and Susano also down there a little bit on player damage. I honestly expected a little bit more from a Willix, the early to mid game pressure to. We'll see if that picks up. Is anybody warding it? Ooh, Geb, 4 wards already. 2 from Kefri, 2 from Jing Wei, 2 from Susano. Big yikes, Yorm not warding. You have to wonder if that's where his deaths are coming from. You see him getting proxied over here. Ooh, and this could be a Willix going down. She just barely gets out. Good jump from her. And this fight kind of goes nowhere. They had a little bit of a chance at a Willix. I think she did a great job to get away right there, though. Over in the duo lane, I think we see the Medusa dash. There's the ult. Jing Wei's low. Jing Wei's ulting out now. She's going to stick around. We see Bloodspit looking for the invade. He is warded, so they know where he is. Jing Wei doesn't have to stretch out. Just sit back and chill. She's actually going to back. Let's go back on the player damage. That is XP per minute. Medusa's actually leading in XP per minute. And the next two are going to be Jing Wei and Achilles. That's all kind of standard, expected. Player damage, Achilles way far ahead. Ooh, Dios Lau picks on Merlin? Yeah. I did not get to see that, unfortunately. No, I'm actually really... This is honestly about what I expected from these teams right now. I thought it was going to be a pretty even matchup going in. I was going to say I'm pretty surprised, but ultimately when I think about it, like, the game's pretty well matched up. About 300 gold difference, if that, so not really a gold difference at all. Kills, everything's looking pretty even right now. Ooh. Everything except for solo lane, I'll say. I'll take that back. I'll say. Grim is dominating over here. So we got Yorm's 0-3 right now. Outside of that, blue team probably feeling a little good about where they're standing. Good Geb shield there. I don't even know if Kefri actually reached that though, so it might have just been a waste of the shield. Doesn't hurt to, excuse me, doesn't hurt to, I guess, check though. I don't know what Achilles is doing. I think he's lingering a little too much right there. Big possible invade coming from red team. King of Grimm's going to pick up Dios. I didn't get to see that, but we are going to see maybe a Willix fall right here. Good Geb shield again. And that is a 4-man invade on red. And they don't get it. And a Willix is going to pick up Merlin, but Susanoo's going to pick up a Willix. Not bad. Big play from Geb, though, securing his own red. I mean, the invade was still worth it, technically. They got 2 kills out of it, but at least he kept the buff, I guess. Yo, if Yorm was first pick and Achilles was second pick, and this is how the matchup is turning out, they need to definitely reevaluate game 2. However they're going to come in and approach game 2, I don't know what their strategy is going to be, but first picking your solo laner obviously did not work this time around. So maybe change something up right there. Ooh. Can Blood Spit these autos? He can, and down goes Kano. Kano 0-1, Blood Spit 1-0, 2 assists though. And he's about, what, almost half stacked on Transcendence? Not bad. And Kano's maybe a quarter of the way. Not a quarter, I guess a third. Because it's 75, I believe. So yeah, he's a third of the way to Devs. That's not, or maxing it, I guess. So that's very interesting. We saw red team take gold, and blue team's going to counter that taking Pyro. Not bad. Not bad.
Explosive shot. Hurts harder than it looks.
Ooh. Yo, Susanoo has been on top of this red the entire game. Good shit to Renown there. And they are actually going to get it. He didn't get it last time, Geb secured it on that. I think they had 4 people rotate over. That was the last time he tried to attempt it, but he does get it this time. And Willix just coming over late. Everybody's kind of in the trails right here. I would just honestly prioritize farming. Maybe look for the invade on their red. I don't know if they have the timers or not, but you know, everything's just now coming up. Let's take a look at warding again. We see 8 wards from Geb again. He's counter warding at this point as well. Overall, I think he's been one of the stronger players on the team right now. Really looking forward to see what Patch is going to do in the regular season. And honestly, just from what I've seen so far, maybe give that respect ban a little bit and take Geb away from him, because he seems really comfortable with those shields, with the knockup. Oof. Good shit from Susanoo. I did not get to see that, but Bloodspit goes down to Susanoo, and that's going to give Jingwei a little bit of breathing room here. We see a Willix rotating over. I will be able to get that one. Oh, Jingwei is so low, and with no wards over here, like that was just a free kill for Frank. Ooh, the Vulcan ult. Oh, but he misses the one, and I think Merlin's going to get away. He has the Kefri ult as well. He's definitely going to get away. Oh, take me back to the fight. No, no, go, go. There we go. Susanoo almost picking up a Willix. She's trying to get out. She needs to get to a wall. He missed the 3. She is going to be able to get out. If he would have landed the 3, easy kill. But missing that 3 there, not sticking it to her, you're not going to get anywhere. She's just going to go through a wall. And Yorm's getting invaded. He does get his blue just in time. And he's just trying not to die. Let's get back to player damage. Obviously Achilles #1. But then we see the next 3 gods. You're going to see Blood Spit over here at ADC. You're going to see Vulcan in mid, which is Laylo. And then you're going to see Yorm, which, even though he's got the damage, we know it's happening in this lane right now, and it is not pretty. Overall, still somehow completely, almost evenly matched. I guess the red team's got a little bit more gold right now. 7, 5, I don't even know. 500, 700, somewhere around there. Fluctuating. Jing Wei getting that left tower, that's kind of big. Just steadily applying pressure. Yeah, you see, that's what I was gonna say. As far as damage goes, he's still up there overall in the game, but he's just behind in lane, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Like, whether or not he keeps up, he's just losing, and that's like an unfortunate way to put it. But that is what's happening right now. He's just getting pushed in, and like that's just is what it is. The stats aren't gonna help his case right now. Aren't gonna help his team win, I guess, is the way I should put it. Come on, take me to Susano. I want to see what's happening to Susano. There we go. Oh, Susano falls to Blood Spit. Of course, I don't get to see it because when I click on him. Jing Wei in a dangerous spot. Geb taking some serious hits. There's the Achilles execute. It's missed. There's the Vulcan ult. Ooh. So, Achilles picked up Geb. Ooh, can I go over here? What's going to happen right here? The red team's low. Overall, let me take this to the team fight thing. Red team is low. Let's see if blue team can make a play off of it. Achilles is in deep. Achilles doesn't care. He's going to kill Kano if they don't get any help. Down goes Kano. Or down, not Kano. Down goes Grim. I think that's Grim's first death, too. Let's take a look. No, that's his second death, 5 and 2. Blue team, even though they get the kill lead right here, is still down. And what a big ult from Kefri. Even though, I don't know. I feel like maybe Merlin gets out, but I'd rather you not chance it. Good play from him. Willick's better run. You have a full Susano on you. Is he just going to settle for Yorm? How low is Yorm? Yorm's not that low.
Going up.
Yeah, I don't know what is going. I guess they're trying to fight over Primal. That was all done really sloppy.
Explosive shot. Made the field burn.
Everybody's just kind of farming right now, going fairly slow. So I guess the big player of the game right now, I'd have to say, you see the Willicks over here at 4 and 1. The damage not really reflecting that though. So securing kills maybe, but not really a major impact that I would like to see from a jungler on my team. More so just there helping pick up stuff, not really influencing the fight. And then we go over to Susano, 2-1-1. I think he's 5th in damage. I like where he's at. He's 2nd on his team in damage. He's trying to make some plays. If he pops off, I think the team, if he does a little bit better, I think maybe his team kind of pulls away a little bit because they do have about a K gold lead right now. Well, obviously, I'd say Medusa and Achilles are the big players, but I think they've kept the match fairly even. One dominating one lane, one dominating the other. So I think it's going to come down to who on the team steps up to help them. They need some kind of leverage. With Geb falling right there, this is huge. This is the fight red team wanted. Now Jing Wei's maybe in overhead, maybe not. Oh, and down goes Medusa. Achilles. Grim is having his way. Yorm might chase him down here? No. Honestly, I don't even know if Yorm can kill him at this point with the way the man's doing. And then we go over the Primal and you see It's at about half health. Oh, they tried to do it and ended up backing off. Too low. Everybody's kind of low, but they're going to get no problem. Yo, I had to say right now, Grim is looking strong. Like, I don't know if you could ban out his God Pool. I don't know what his God Pool is per se. He's probably got a fairly wide God Pool, which could make it fairly hard to ban. But that's probably the guy that I'm worried about most. And then on the other end, I'm worried about the ADC if I'm red team looking at blue team. Like, Bloodspit, got to do something about him. That man is having his way on the other side of the field. Vulcan winning his matchup as well. I'm actually surprised in that. I like the Merlin matchup a little bit more. But, no. Vulcan, dominating that. I'm surprised. We'll see if that changes as the game progresses, but we're about 20 minutes in, so we've had quite a big dose of what to expect so far. How's warding going? Let's see. 16 wards from Geb. I find myself watching this Geb a lot, but the man's playing fairly well. I think he's been a big focal point for his team. Usually when he dies, though, everybody else dies. So take it as a sign, maybe. I don't know. There's his Gebel, and he is going to go down. So now I really don't think blue team can even defend this tower. Like, there's the Vulcan ult. Doesn't really hit anybody. Kind of clips Jing away, I think. I would just back out. Like, Yorm up here, you're not... I guess it's full health. I don't know. When Achilles is diving through tower like this, I don't know, man. They just barely got out. That could actually come back to hunt them now. Oh, I don't know how that knockup didn't hit. Oh, I know Vulcan is hating himself right now. And down goes Vulcan. Yorm coming in, trying to make the play. We see a Willix in the outskirts. They've got to get rid of Achilles. Yorm's got to come back in. Yeah. Here comes Geb. Where are the comms? Come on, guys. Yikes. Yikes. So red team now cleanly in the lead, about 5k gold, 4 kills. They're winning the objective battle right now. The only thing they're all winning is the fact that this Geb has placed 16 wards. And I think XP per minute, that's in their favor. Let's get a player damage, that's in their favor. It is looking really good for high energy only right now. We'll see if O.P.E Esports Office Party can do something. Try to get themselves back in the game. Maybe prepare to fight around an objective. Pick somebody. They need something right now. And they got to be really smart about it too. Because they're already in the hole. They can't be taking any negative steps right now. It's only going to get worse. Especially when you have, level 20 Achilles running around. You have level 20 Jing Wei running around. The only level 20 that they have is Yorm. Yikes. And he's been getting bullied. Oh, good double stun there from Grim. Here comes Jingwei. There's the Susanoo ult. Ooh. Goodbye, Vulcan. Blue team run. No. Okay, down goes the Willix. Yorm, run. Turn and run. You can't get him. Turn and run. Yeah, good. Again, honestly, a situation where I question whether you defend this tower. Ooh, this is big. This could be big. Just kidding, because it looks like red team's going to get Fire Giant. Although it is just Fire Giant. But they're not even going to get Achilles. They needed that They have to. Okay, they get Achilles. Good kill from Bloodspit. Good play from Yorm. He might die for this though. Geb knockup doesn't save him. All right, just get out. Just run. At least you guys got Achilles. Mid tower, they have Fire Giant. You can't really defend that. At this point, I'm probably just playing Phoenixes. Like that's realistically all I can do. And if anything, I'm just gonna look for somebody to dive or get aggressive on their team. You know, ward something. Like right here, you know they're probably going. What is this? This is gonna be Oni. Honestly, you can't do anything about it. I'm just farming where I can, playing Phoenixes. And you're waiting for them to make a mistake, push the wrong area, somebody try to split push, something. You want to look for something. So we're at about, what, 25 minutes right now. Grim's been leading the game in damage the entire time. Number 2, Bloodspit with the Medusa. I'd be looking to ban both those gods for sure. Number 3, which is the big surprise for me, is the Vulcan. So maybe look to help out your mid laner next round a little bit. And honestly, I wouldn't even be in ban Vulcan, to be honest. But something, you know, mid and ADC have struggled the most for this team, in my opinion, for red team. And then over on the other end, blue team, honestly, I felt like they were doing really good. But the moment, I mean, blue or solo lane was not having a good time, so maybe some help right there. But outside of that, and maybe a little bit more aggression from the jungler, more initiation instead of just securing kills. I like, you know, the positive KD 4, 3, and 1. I like, you know, 4 and 1 better, obviously. But I don't care if you go fucking 4 and 5 as long as your team wins the game and you're having a more aggressive impact right now. Dude, this is not looking good. There's the Vulcan ult. Good Aegis from, was that Jingwei? Left Phoenix goes down. Grim's going to pick up Geb. Kano's going to pick up Frank. Down goes the Willix, and this might be the game. They might still have a chance here, but I mean, Achilles is just smacking everybody. He's over-leveled most of the other team. Still. Geb's only 14. Yikes. Yikes, Geb. The mechanical skills I've loved what I've seen. There's a little bit of question on some of the rotations and picking some of the fights, but overall mechanical skills I've loved that I've seen from Geb. The big knock that I'm gonna have to put is how to put this. Farming, I guess, overall. I don't know. I don't want to say just farming because like I feel like there's a different term like tangible and intangible skills, so to speak. But essentially farming, rotating, and positioning. That's my big knocks to Geb right now. Like outside of that, you know, the mechanical skills, like this man was shielded and knocking up. Some of the ults are on point. All of that was great. All of that was great. I just want to see a little bit more focus on the team. I don't know if the comms were going well, but I feel like he was outstretched a little bit too much. So we'll see if that changes going into the next game. Let's take a look here real quick, and then I'm going to take us on a quick ad break and into the next lobby. Give me 1 second though, just to look over some of these stats. Susana going 5-1. Shout out to him, big plays. And Grim 13-3, big plays to you too. Outside of that, fairly lax game. We see Bloodspit leading his team in damage, although I mean the man was dominating, so I kind of expected that. Let's go ahead and run the ad break, and we will get into game 2. Alright guys, that's actually going to be our only game. So game 2, they could not get a sub to fill because their jungler was not going to be available for game 2. So that's going to wrap up Wednesday's scrims. Ideally, I'd like to have two game sets, so 4 games in total on Wednesdays with 4 different teams. But this Wednesday, first time we tried to run it, so only 1 game and 2 teams. Very unfortunate. Sorry about that, guys. But hopefully every Wednesday moving forward, as this gets a little bit more normalized, people can kind of try to open up their schedule a little bit. It'll be at like 7 and 11 or 9 and 10. Everything will be in a 2-hour interval. The first scrim to the second. So like 8 and 10, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And everything will be at the earliest like 7 o'clock, maybe 6 o'clock. So every Wednesday, that's going to be a thing. And then obviously every Thursday, tune in for Thursday's thoughts for news, updates. You know, the season just started essentially. Thursday's the first official day of the week for week 1. Looking forward to the games there, so feel free to tune in. We'll see what we have streamed for that. And then I also have Rocket League stream still going on as well for prospect games as we're preparing for the draft for that. And if you guys want to show me any type of support, give me a like, a sub, subscribe. You know, I got a Twitter, a Twitch, YouTube, Cleety TV, which is our sister, essentially, little Twitch channel that we're working towards to garner a little bit more community viewership. It's a community Twitch that Cleety is approved and is partnered with, and is handed out to trusted members of the communities that we run to help stream and promote content. So, like I said, feel free to tune into that as well. That should be linked in the Twitch down below. And enjoy the rest of your night, guys. I am sorry it was only 1 game. And hopefully I'll have a game tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. I'll check the schedule, see what get posted. And we will find out then. Enjoy the rest of your night.